Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's episode. I'm here today solo for the first time in a long time, and I'm really excited to talk to you today because we just had this beautiful new moon portal in Aquarius, which felt extremely expansive and as it's growing now, as the moon has opened its portals, it feels like a time for just more innovation, more future orientation, more uniqueness, and more alignment with our divine purpose. So I feel like this upcoming month will be so transformative for us all. The new moon in Aquarius and Aquarius season in general is about major shifts. It's about groundbreaking changes. It's about how we are in the collective and how we can work as a collective as well. And this airy energy of Aquarius has brought on a lot of more upward movement, and it's a very different quality than the Capricorn earthy energy, because the Capricorn earthy energy brings us back heavy into the earth, while the air just helps us to fly again. And it's coming to the actual end of the zodiac year, with Aquarius being the next second, almost the last sign. We have Pisces season as well. So I would love to hear from you how this time is affecting your energy and what is coming up for you. We had a beautiful ceremony yesterday and we got so much inspiration, and it actually inspired us to also have a workshop on, since the feline and the cat goddess energy came through a lot, although we didn't consciously invoke it. It really came up, and it feels like the cat is fast and it's fierce, and it's so connected to this divine feminine energy. So we will have a divine feminine cat goddess workshop to connect with the different goddesses, especially Ishtar, Durga Ma, Sekhmet, Bast, Freya. Those are the goddesses that directly feel in tune with the feline energy. So I also want to talk a little bit about this new year that we entered with, being the dragon's year, a sign that I'm actually born in Chinese astrology. And although I haven't worked with Chinese astrology, I can't say much about it. I'm still an acupuncturist and Chinese medicine practitioner, so I know a lot about the wood element. So it's the wood dragon that we're entering now. And wood is associated with spring. It's associated with upward movement and out. So it's yang energy. So in the yin and yang, it's the white quality. It's the masculine within the feminine, within the masculine, but it's like this growing energy. And wood is connected to our liver and gallbladder meridians, because without the determination and the forward movement of those energy centers, we wouldn't be able to move forward in whatever it is in life that we want. So have a decision making, seeing a clear path ahead. And I feel like that's what the Aquarius season is also bringing in right now. It's all about growth and innovation. It's about somehow altruistic work. It's about making a change and difference in the world and in the collective. And it's also connected. I feel like the wood element is rooted, but very and very stable. Of course, if you look at the tree, you will see the qualities that it has, but it also bears so much fruit. So we have so much to look forward to, I think, this year when it comes to moving into the future and also taking leadership of our own path. I feel like that's a very important aspect of this quality. And I hope to talk more about this wood dragon energy. And when it comes to the yang energy, it's very important that we harness it in a good way. Sometimes we can have impatience coming with it. And if we think about the dragon and Aries season, for example, it's very initiative taking, it's about moving forward, being determined. But sometimes when we have that, it can also lead to frustration and impatience if we're not moving as fast as we want, or if maybe others are not moving in the pace that we want. So we have to be cautious about having that stable foundation and slowly growing, so it's not done in a rush or hurry. And I want to talk a little bit also today, since these topics and themes have come up, I want to share a little bit more about what has been coming up for me and how I want to serve you all in this beautiful new year, and how I talk about divine inspiration and communion with the universe all the time. And what I share, I also practice. So when I have these divine sparks of intuition, messaging, courage, I try to go with it and see where it leads. And I've been contemplating for a long time. As you all know, I created the law of positivism almost 10 years ago. And it started as a very simple Instagram account. And back in those days, there weren't a lot of these types of accounts out there. So it was kind of new. And it came as a divine epiphany when I was on an airplane. I was living in Ireland at the time. And it just became very clear that my own spiritual journey up until that point was ready to bloom out and to be shared. And I wanted to share these pillars of energy and gratitude, and how important it is to have self-love and everything that I had been practicing up until then. And when I created the law of positivism, I didn't know what an impact it would have, but I saw that with everything that I shared, I got so many beautiful stories that it was so heartwarming to be able to be in service just by sharing some wisdom that I had learned. And at that time I was meditating a lot. I had just begun my yogic practice. I had a lot of spiritual experiences since I was a child. So it was just a natural way of moving towards my path. And what many of you don't know, so besides being a spiritual teacher and author and all of this, I actually, since a very young age, I got very interested in communication. So already in high school, I was studying marketing. I started my own business with two fellow students, and it was just something that came natural to me. And looking at my astrology, it really makes sense. I have a lot of Gemini energy, especially with Mercury in Gemini. It helps me to always be able to communicate, write. It's a very good sign for social media. And naturally, I started studying business and marketing in my university studies. So I studied that for 5 years in Sweden and in the US, and then I got into my first real job at Google in Ireland, where I worked with small and medium-sized businesses to help them to grow through marketing through Google. So it was actually at that time where I also started feeling deeper into my spiritual path, because all of a sudden there was this major contrast between my inner world and my outer world of performance, of course being in service to these businesses, but also being on high demand and stress. And my highly sensitive self was really asking me to slow down, and I moved back here and I started working for a startup with as an online sales manager with marketing, all the marketing tools that you can imagine, spreading awareness about that. And then I got into digital development and IT, so I worked with website optimization and all these different paths. And as I was doing that, I was studying yoga and doing my yogic training and my Chinese medicine training, and then my global health and rights master. So I've been doing a lot of things at the same time, and love positivism just grew out of this passion, and the podcast came, and I've been just getting into ceremonial work and devotional work. It's been a balance between that inner and outer for me all the time. And I just felt like and I've also worked in marketing for smaller social organizations and organizations for environmental change. So I had this divine epiphany how I could be in service now besides my ceremonial and spiritual work. How can I be in service to others that have started to align or have already aligned with their highest path and purpose, and doing their soul business, doing the healing work, or having products online that they think will benefit the greater good of all. Everything that has to do with this higher purpose that we have as a collective, to create more love, higher frequency, compassion in the world, and to shift this imbalance of yin and yang that we have. And I've seen that many of you out there have created amazing, and I've been in touch with many beautiful creators that are out there now on social media and online, and dedicated your time and energy into spreading products and services that I know will benefit so many. But the aspect of marketing and communication and that whole digital environment is a very big one. And I know that if it's already hard for corporations to do it, it can be hard to be a single person business doing it by yourself if you don't know how to work with the growth and expansion through these tools. So what I also wanted to share today, from my 12-year plus experience of communication and marketing, and also growing my own social media accounts, creating podcasts. My podcast has reached to almost 300,000 streams. I worked with different types of collaborations. I've worked with paid digital advertising for 12 years, not with Love Positivism, but for other companies. I've used all of the tools for Google search marketing. That's one of my main strengths in marketing, and also website optimization and everything that goes into having a strong communication platform to reach out with your business or your soul business. So I created this, and it feels such a bit scary, but also very beautiful to be able to merge the love positivism with my other side, which is communication and marketing. And if you are ready to take your purposeful business and marketing to the next level, I would just want to invite you to my purposeful marketing coaching. If you're called to serve others in healing and spiritual development, and if you are maybe struggling with attracting the right clients or audiences, maybe you want to grow your platform just to be able to serve more people, I have now created a 4-month small group coaching course starting in March 10, 2024. And I decided to have it as a small group since it's the first time I work in this way, and giving very practical and hands-on tools for those 7 that I'm inviting in to this program. if you are interested, you can always book a discovery call with me, lovepositivism@gmail.com, or on my website, the contact form, if you are feeling called. So in this coaching, we will have a 4-month journey together, you and other soul entrepreneurs who want to expand your reach, your following, to really align with your purpose. And I will take everything that I've learned in 12 years and all the successes that I've seen in my work as a marketer and communicator, and help you with digital marketing strategies, go through all the channels and platforms, how to optimize your website, how to work with content creation and marketing organically, the digital advertising space, how you can work with paid ads, Google search ads, how you can maybe also get into podcasting and video creation, content creation, and so much more. And all of this will be infused with the love positivism pillars to help you to intentionally create through aligning with your highest purpose, and to live a life full of vibrancy and putting it into the work that you're doing. And during these 4 months, we will have group calls, but also one-to-ones with me. So you will receive 8 one-to-ones with me, where we go through practically what you're doing and what you need to tweak. And we will have a private Facebook group, and also over 20 hours of recorded content from me, where I will walk you through everything step by step. So it's just, I wanted to make it as easy as possible, because it is a jungle out there, and you need to set tangible goals, a marketing plan, and then work from that into all the social media platforms that you want to use. Maybe some are more relevant than others. How to optimize your communication, and just start seeing growth. And I've also offered to give a free bonus to those 7 that are joining me. It will be my 4-week healing yin yoga class to balance this yang energy of business growth. And the healing yin yoga classes connect to the elements of the Chinese medicine, and you can get into that wood element really through those classes. So I will share that for free. I have an early bird price right now. And what I want to say about this is, and I have all of the whole program structure actually on lovepositivism.com /coaching. So if you are interested and you want more information, and I have an informational video that I can share with you as well about this, you can check out and connect with me on that landing page to see if this is something that you want to get into. We will start in a month from now, so you have time to think, but up until the last week of February, you will have an early bird discount, so you're saving quite a lot if you're signing up now. And I will make sure to also, when you do sign up, give you those free healing yin yoga classes that I hosted about a year ago, that will also help you to work on your healing journey before you start this work. Because it is what my intention is, that if you are a business that can't afford to pay someone else to do all of your marketing and everything, the best is to learn for yourself in the beginning, because you will save a lot of money just by doing certain things yourself and learning the ways. Because digital communication and marketing and social media is not going anywhere. You have to be able to navigate it and to have that stability and knowledge to continue working for years and years. And maybe you do come to a place where you can outsource it, but then you also know yourself what works for you. So I'm trying to create this coaching program as something where you can easily just get hands-on information, tools, and best practices to start working with it like really just as soon as we begin the course, and to have like a good plan for your communication, weekly communication, monthly. So for 4 months, from March to June, end of June, we will work together, and you'll have a lot of inspiration, aligning a lot spiritually also to that, and setting intention for the message to get out there. And we will learn how purposeful marketing can be done in a way that feels good and that really helps you to feel elevated and excited about doing it, and not doing it as something that you just have to do. It's something that will flow, and that it will become a natural thing for you, instead of being this big wall that is so big that you can't get over it. So I would love to hear from you what challenges that you have in your business, in what you're doing. It doesn't matter which type of business you're doing, because I'm sure that whatever you're offering, whatever services or products you have, even if it's not something that has to do with spirituality or anything like that, you're still doing it from your heart and soul. So I welcome everyone, and we will be 7, so of course I will see what individuals and businesses that can co-create together for these 4 months that would be the best best found. Like, I want this to be supportive, and that those of you who do join also can find support in each other, and to give each other some inspiration, knowledge, experience sharing. And I'm really excited to do this, and I feel like right now is the best time to start new things. And even if you haven't already started up your own practice, business, or anything that you're offering, just having this as a foundation will help you to get inspiration to start, because sometimes we don't know where to start. And from my experience, when we just take a step, then a floodgate of inspiration can come up. And I think that this year really helps us to do that. I've seen over the years how we have shifted so much in our consciousness and as a collective. And right now we are in a big shift, and this year is all about growth. And what we want to grow is that which is uplifting, that which is compassionate, that which is loving. And we are moving away from old structures, and especially with this Pluto transit, I feel like what needs to have more space is that which is connected to this innovative, breaking old traditions and old paradigms. Especially, we need to harness the energy of our ancestral lineage, but also releasing that which has been in the past that is not serving and growing us, and maybe limiting thoughts and beliefs. We talked about this a lot yesterday, that this new moon is really an opening to releasing the past to move forward, because Aquarius is a sign which asks us to look forward and to move upward. And as we move into Pisces season, this will all come in and down into the heart. So whatever we're doing now, to center it back to the heart and to that infinite compassion, that infinite spiritual connection to all, that oneness. So whatever we're doing now can benefit not only us and our immediate group and friends and family, but it also impacts the whole collective. So I would love for you to set some intentions for yourself for this year. The wood element, the dragon. What does the dragon energy mean to you? The dragon energy is very motherly and but so fierce. So I think we will tap into that as well with this workshop on the cat feline goddesses. It's so beautiful that many traditions and cultures have venerated this magical energy that we have through the cats, the big cats, the small ones, and how interesting it is how we're connecting. I mean, those that feel connected to cats are really deeply connected, have deep relationships with them. And I remember I've always had a lot of respect for cats. Never really dared to like hold them. I just have a lot of respect for cats. And when I was in Thailand, maybe 6 years ago, doing my yoga teacher training, I got some food poisoning. I was laying in a hammock, like feeling really bad, stomach hurting. And this cat that I had been rejecting for 2 weeks, just like completely ignored every time it came to the bungalow or trying to like come close to me. I was a little bit scared of it. It really didn't care what I invited in. I was just laying there and it jumped on my belly, sat there and purred, and I felt the healing energy of that cat. And from that time I just knew that there's such a blessing on this earth, and channeling that divine feminine healing Sekhmet energy. So I'd love to know also how you connect with cats and the feline race. And I know that it's connected so much to Lyra as well. I don't know if any of you have any deep connections to that and have knowledge or maybe channeled something from there. I would love to hear more about it. So stay tuned about that, and my coaching program I've linked to in the show notes here, and you can find it on my website. And I just wanted to send blessings and love to you all today on this beautiful new moon portal this weekend that we had in Aquarius. And we open up and set the intention for the collective to move forward as one unit, to enter that portal of Pisces in a couple of weeks, where we go into oneness and unity and unconditional forgiveness, compassion, and connection to that divine source, that infinite mother that is the creation of everything. And so it is. Thank you for listening today, and have a wonderful day and week ahead.